today is Chad Holstead. He is the founder and president of Business Knowledge Systems. So Chad, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about Business Knowledge Systems?
I founded BKS, or Business Knowledge Systems, BKS for short, in 2000. I was working as a consultant for a large company, and we did Fortune 500 consulting. And I was doing a lot of on-the-side work, and I kind of found this niche where a lot of small businesses, especially back 15 years ago now, really didn't have any IT services. And so I founded it on the side, and the company I worked for kind of went through some management changes, and I went out on my own in 2001. The whole point, like I said, is to provide that high-end consulting talent that small businesses can afford. Throughout that, though, what I found is that our best role is actually being our customer's partner. A lot of consulting companies nowadays are using the managed service model, where it's pay us each month and we'll fix your stuff when it breaks, kind of thing. We have found that without really access to with the customers, we don't know what they're doing. And we help them grow, and we really become their partner, much like they consider an attorney or a lawyer.
That's great. That's great. And you've been in business since 2001. That's impressive despite all that's gone on. You're still going strong. You've done something very right then. What type of clients do you serve, and what size businesses? So
we really focus on the small to mid-sized customers. We don't really have a vertical niche, but we do focus on the mom and pops, so 5 computers up to about 250 computers. We prefer that they would have their corporate location in Chicago here. We have customers that are international customers, but their corporate headquarters, their decision makers are here. We do also find that we've really gotten good at the commercial or community banks, lately. We have a lot of customers in the community bank realm that we're able to help.
Great. Well, technology is moving at light speed. How do you keep up with it?
That's the fun part. Our team loves to learn. We're constantly playing. We have labs. I think every one of the people that work for me have a little lab at home that they have set up, and they're constantly playing and everything else. And on top of that, it gets a little easier once we get a little bigger, because now people are reaching out to us for asking us to partner with them, showing us what's the greatest kind of thing out there. So we're learning new things every day, along with classes and online trainings and so forth that we make sure everybody is going through.
Yeah, that's great. I can't imagine what you guys have to keep up with. As more people work from home, you know, with laptops, and are they going to be replaced by tablets and iPhones and things like that?
Yes and no. A lot of people are believing that the tablet is the wave of the future, that's what everybody is going to go to. iPad is taking over the world. I don't think that's going to happen. Microsoft actually is coming out with Windows 10, and they're going back to the traditional desktop feel. I've seen articles that say as high as 90% of people believe that their desktop is their primary computer and their iPad is a helper. So I don't think they're going away, but I think you are going to see a lot more mobile workforce, a lot more devices like the Surface Pros, where there are multiple devices in one. And I think that's where you're really going to see a lot of things going towards.
Yeah, I love my iPad, but I love my laptop more. I do have to say. What modern technology, with modern technology, what are the major problems that you see consistently with the clients that you all work with?
So our biggest concern with our clients is kind of leading back to the last question, is they don't know what to do. They don't have an idea what to put in, what to do next, and that's where our partnership with our client really comes into focus, where we can understand their business growth, and we can recommend technologies that will fit and allow them to do their job more efficiently, as compared to some of these guys who will, well, yeah, you just need a new computer because it's broken. Well, not necessarily. Maybe you do need an iPad. And that's the kind of things that we work with our customers on to really help them, guide them through that process.
Fascinating. Now, you brought up Microsoft 10, is that?
Windows 10.
Windows 10. Does that mean we're going to have to learn to use a whole new operating system?
Yes and no. A lot of people have skipped Windows 8 because they didn't want to learn the operating system. Windows 10 brings back some of the functionality that everybody's used to with Windows 7, start menus, and so forth, but allows you also to still have that tablet feel if you want it. So a lot of I haven't actually played with it, but my team has played with it, and they have actually been very receptive to it. So,
well, that's good then, because the idea of learning a whole new system worries me. We've been hearing a lot about Office 365. Can you share a little bit about that and what that looks like? That,
along with the new version of Windows and the iPads, is kind of where the next generation of everything is going. Cloud services. Microsoft is just being the big cloud guy right now, so everything is Office 365. It's a great way for small businesses to use the same tools that large enterprise use at prices they can afford.
Like, for example?
Exchange email services are what everybody uses in there to share calendars, contacts, really manage their mail processes, and for a long time was very out of price for the small business. Now, for as low as $4 a month per user, you can get that very easily for your users, and as well as SharePoint services, and Google has cloud services, all these different cloud services, and they're not all right for each customer. And that's also where our partnership comes back in, is helping the partner pick the right cloud for them.
How has the explosion in cloud services affected your customers?
They've really been able to get a handle on cash flow. They don't have these huge ebbs and flows of, we need to buy a lot of equipment now, we don't need to buy a lot of equipment. It's just a flatline budget. So they've been able to actually create an IT budget and understand their cash flow. As well as they've been able to really take advantage of some of these technologies that a 5-person shop, a mom and pop shop, never could have before. Yeah. Just because now it's available at a cheaper price.
That's great. So I guess the question that I would want to ask you as we wrap up here is, when you, the many customers that you've dealt with over the last 15 years of your business, what do you feel is the message that you want to get out to those businesses that are saying, I just can't afford IT support, it's just too expensive, I'll call my son-in-law to come over and help us? What would you tell them about BKS?
The first thing is that it's never too expensive. Actually, what's going to be too expensive is when it breaks and you don't have somebody that can fix it, and you actually could lose a business over it. That's when it really becomes expensive. But we have plans, because we are customized. We don't just fit round people in square holes kind of thing. We customize every deal. We can find a plan that will work within your budget, and we will work with any customer.
That's great to know. That's great to know. Thank you so much, Chad. It was great speaking with you today. And we look forward to hearing more about what BKS is doing. And thank you for being a member of the Chamber.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.